And how you do, fellow kids? It's me, a Cybertaz. Why am I a writer? Because writing is an expansion of your imagination. Some people have an overactive imagination. I have a hyperactive imagination, so it goes crazy sometimes. I'm going to probably volume test this a little later, but I'm on a headset, kind of like Mr. Medicur's. Yes, I'm shopping at a Kroger because I have nothing better to do with my life. No, I just got off work, so I don't care anymore either. Why do I write what I write? Well, basically I have a history of degeneracy that goes back to, I don't know, probably first engaged it around 6th grade. But before that, I would read comic books and funny pages like Mad Magazine. And then one day I found one of my uncle's National Lampoons. Now, this was a magazine back in the day. It probably still is one now, but on one of the panels, it had a woman in a three-picture caption. Dressed, slightly undressed, and bare-breasted. Because, hey, those are nice. So, I started looking into further my degeneracy. Why did I further my degeneracy? Well, why not? Because, hey, if you're gonna go hard. So, I would basically write every day. Well, in kindergarten, they gave us these little, kindergarten or first grade, they gave us these little writing tablets. You know, the big lines, 2 lines and a little dotted line between them, so you can practice the alphabet. Because the letter people was on, and so is Sesame Street. I think Electric Company was a little too advanced for my little juvenile brain back in kindergarten. But hey, there was also Mr. Rogers' Neighbors. So, watching Mr. Rogers, watching Sesame Street, watching, well, the letter people were on in the morning, but there are better things to watch in the morning. There's a show called Ultraman in the morning, so we watched that. I made a mistake of asking my grandpa if he saw that. Now, my grandfather was of the greatest generation, and I asked him if he watched a Japanese cartoon show, and he kind of looked at me. That was the first time I remember actively disappointing my grandfather. Maybe I didn't disappoint him, but he wasn't too happy with it. So, I digressed. I moved on. I didn't bring up that subject again. Because I'm not stupid, even though I pretend to be. Most of the time. Well, actually, I do a lot of stupid things. But hey. To err is human, and if you're not human, you're an Antifa member. I'm not saying all Antifa members are bad. Just a lot of them are stupid. I mean, they go around trying to play Frogger in front of cars on roads and streets. The more brain-dead ones actually do it on the interstates. And, well, I can't drive 55. But I don't have a car right now, so I'm not going to do anything like that anyway. But why write? Doing this, we were given little writing pads of paper on newsprint, and big old crayons and big fat-ass elementary school first and kindergartner-sized pencils. And back when I was growing up, they had Scooby-Doo on the show. Of course, when hasn't Scooby-Doo been on television? But I'm talking about the original Scooby-Doo mysteries. And this is the Creeper and the Space Kook and Captain Cutler's Ghost. Those were the good ones. Those are the ones that put a chill up your spine. Especially the Space Kook, when it would do that howl. That oscillating laugh that it had. With its dark blue spacesuit and the flashing red light whenever it laughed. That was one of the creepiest Scooby-Doo episodes I ever saw. And hey, if you aren't scared, you're not alive. Unless you're dead. If you're dead and scared and you're not alive, you're undead. But hey, let's go. Anyway, on these notepads, I would watch the Scooby-Doo story. I'd figure, hey, why doesn't Scooby-Doo meet one of these other people? Like Scooby-Doo meets Godzilla. But that would probably end out the way Scooby-Doo met Bambi. Godzilla meeting Bambi would end. If anybody's old, they'd probably remember that animation where Godzilla's foot would come down and stomp Bambi flat. Oh no, Bambi's dead. But I would start titling out these little stories, and I'd start writing, and they'd go nowhere because I'd get distracted. Because I'm a sped. Why am I a sped? I don't know. Bad genes, bad wiring. It's all insane. So I just moved on. Continue learning to write. Until I ran out of notepads. So then in first grade, one of the teachers I had would give me a book of short stories, and I'd read a couple of them. Forget about it. Look at the dinosaur drawing books. Forget about that. I had a bit of the OCD and the ADD. Didn't know it at the time. But I spent a lot of time in the corner in the kindergarten. And in the first grade. It was just wonderful. The spankings that I would get at school. And then the ones I would get at home. Because Mama didn't use a belt, she used her wooden spoon. Or her hand. I don't know. But yeah, kindergarten and first grade were fun. It was Brooker Elementary School. And then we moved on to Buckhorn Elementary. Now, second grade, nothing really notable, except for something stupid. It's a freshly built school. And they had these little door stops for the cafeteria. And well, the cafeteria, one of the other kids pulled one up. It was in just concrete. Somebody else saw me pull one up. Well, I got sent to the office. Corporal punishment, of course. Hey, when in doubt, paddle it out. It's probably why I write a little S&M stuff. That was all that I remember in second grade, pretty much. I just tried staying out of trouble. Then in third grade, that's when the shit really hit the fan. But we're going to do that in a video at a later time. Probably the next upload. I don't know what else to say. I'm just recording this on my phone. But I'll get back to you later and talk to you soon.